Welcome to Mumsnet's very own Christmas workshop. Now, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love Christmas. It's probably my favourite time of year. The mince pies, the Christmas trees, the Christmas jumpers, snuggling up on the sofa, watching loads of Christmas movies. But what I don't quite love so much is the Christmas shopping, trawling through those overcrowded shops and panic buying on Christmas Eve because, let's be honest, we've all been there. The solution? Why not make your own Christmas gifts? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some of my favourite homemade Christmas gifts. These are all quick and easy to make, fairly low cost, and they're also ideal for an afternoon of crafting with the kids. So let's get started. This homemade gift is perfect for any music lover in your family. I'm going to show you how to make a homemade clock, which features a lovely vinyl record. I actually picked this one up for less than 45p from a charity shop, and lots of other little bits that probably cost less than £3 in total. If you have a vinyl record with a hole that's not quite big enough, what you can do is you can get a chopstick and wrap a little bit of sandpaper around the edge so that you can actually widen the hole, and all you need to do is pop this sandpaper piece through the hole here and use this kind of action to just widen the hole a tiny little bit so that the clock mechanism fits as it should. So next we're going to stick the numbers on, and what I've done, just to make sure that I get the hours exactly where I want them, I've got an old bit of recycled paper, and what I've done is folded it this way into quarters, and then I've folded that again into thirds. And that gives you 12 creases for the 12 hours that need to go on your clock. And just pop it on the top here of my template, wanting to make sure that all the hours are lined up as I want them. Let's start with number 12. Finally, the 9 here. So next we're going to add the actual clock mechanism. Get your clock mechanism base and just pop that into the hole. But make sure you ease it in gently just so that you don't crack the record, which I definitely did on my first try. So next we're going to add the nut. And then you want to add the hour hand. Then adding on top of that is my minute hand. And then lastly, you've got the second hand. And the last thing that I'm going to do now is place this little hook onto the back. Pop in your battery. That's it. You're done. Perfect for that music-obsessed person in your life. But you don't have to use a vinyl record. You can use anything from a biscuit tin, to a CD, to a drum, even to a teddy bear. The possibilities are endless. If you've got a friend or family member who wants to go eco-friendly, then this is a great homemade gift that you can give them this Christmas. So I'm going to be showing you how to make face scrubbies. Now, these are usually used for cleansing or to take any bits of makeup off, but the great thing about them is that they're actually reusable. So you can chuck them straight in the washing machine, and it means you don't have to buy cotton wool or any other disposable beauty products that usually come in lots of plastic packaging. If you're a dab hand at sewing, I'd actually recommend sewing it, maybe using a little sewing kit like this or a proper sewing machine, just because they'll last a little bit longer. However, if you do decide to do what I'm doing today and iron, they'll also go through the wash a fair few times as well. So what I've done is I've cut 3 circles already prepared, one for the flannel, which will go at the bottom, one for the adhesive paper, which will go in the middle, and then one of the patterned fabric, which will sit nicely on the top. And then what you need to do is you need to get your damp cloth, place it over the top, and then you're going to take your iron and you're going to just, in circular motions, just go over the top here, only for about 10 seconds. And like magic, The perfect little face scrubby that will make a great stocking filler this Christmas. So this homemade gift is what I like to call sweet art. And the reason I like it so much is because it takes about 10 minutes to make, and also you can be as creative as you like with it. So you can do a simple pattern or you can do a full-blown portrait depending how inspired you are on the day. So first up, I'm going to take my card and I'm going to measure a border around the edge, and this should probably just be a few centimeters wide. And now the fun really begins. So I'm going to take my sweets and I'm going to actually create a sort of grid pattern. So I'm using hearts and also the classic eggs. And I'm going to place these down within my little pencil markings I made earlier. And then you can keep going until you filled up your square with a few rows of lovely looking sweets. Now we're going to start some gluing. So you want to take your glue gun and your first sweet. Just be careful with these because they can get really hot, especially on the end. And then you want to pop that down into place. Last egg down. Let's take a look at one I made earlier. I've actually done 5 rows on this one. I managed to fit 5 on there. And now we just need to get it into the frame. And that's it, a perfect bit of sweet art. And now I get to eat all the leftovers. Plenty of quick and easy gift ideas that are sure to impress your family and friends. Have a wonderful Christmas, and for more tips and advice, don't forget to subscribe.